Hey there, everyone. It's GG Sober Son. December 30th. To the extent that I fail in my responsibility, AA fails. To the extent that I succeed, AA succeeds. Every failure of mine will set back AA work to that extent. Every success of mine will put AA ahead to that extent. I shall not wait to be drafted for service to others, but I shall volunteer. I shall accept every opportunity to work for AA as a challenge, and I shall do my best to accept every challenge and perform my task as best I can. Will I accept every challenge gladly? And challenge, I think the first time that I told my story from a podium was a challenge for sure. And here's the result. I think as far as knowing that I know that God is real and God is interested in every aspect of my life, because I accepted that challenge and I felt the fear and I did it anyway, I had an opportunity to experience God's love. So the first time, as I mentioned, I had probably, 16 months of sobriety, just over a year and a few months. And I went ahead and I was talking to a guy at work, and I was helping him do a project, and he, some of the things that I was saying was program, and I was probably trying to impress him because he was an older guy. I mean, like in his 70s, I think, at that point. And Dave was his name. Dave, I can't remember his last name, but it doesn't make any difference now. But he goes, "You sound like you might be a friend of Bill Wilson's." And I was like, "I sure am." And he was like, "Great, we've got a speaker meeting, at Fort whatever in Virginia it was, and I need you to come and tell your story." I was like, "Oh crap." When he found out how much sobriety I had. So I did that on the day, and of course every meeting that I was in with him leading up to it, he was like, "We got an outstanding speaker, next Saturday," or whatever, and it just seemed to keep building and building and building. And then on the day, I woke up in the morning, and I would normally read this 24-hour day book, and I didn't. I was just in full panic mode. I was like, they're gonna have me speaking for a full hour. What am I gonna talk about? Blah blah blah. And all this stuff. And I really was panicking, and I started to write an outline and sort of write out my life story kind of thing and all this stuff. I'm really glad I didn't go that way, because that would have been more about control. You know what I mean? Controlling outcomes. And instead, at about noon, I realized, oh my gosh, I haven't done my daily. Like I'd get up in the morning and I would read the 24-hour day book, and then I would get on with my day. That's how I started my day. So I went into my little prayer closet kind of thing, and I read this. It was on October the 2nd of 1993, and the reason I know that is because of this. What makes an effective talk at an AA meeting? It's not fine speech with fine choice of words and an impressive delivery. Often a few simple words direct from the heart are more effective than the most polished speech. There is always a temptation to speak beyond your own experience in order to make a good impression. This is never effective. What does not come from the heart does not reach the heart. What comes from personal experience and a sincere desire to help the other person reaches the heart. Do I speak for effect or with a deep desire to help? And oh my gosh. And of course, that's what I opened with during my talk. You know, that story I just told you. So, the challenges are opportunities for growth. So, do I accept every challenge gladly? No. I accept them often because I know I will be, they'll force me to grow and have more experiences like what I just shared because of my experience. So, yeah, I don't accept them gladly always, but I know I'm better in service. Meditation for the day. People are failures in the deepest sense when they seek to live without God's sustaining power. Many people try to be self-sufficient and seek selfish pleasure and find that it does not work too well. No matter how much material wealth they acquire, no matter how much fame and material power, the time of disillusionment and futility usually comes. Death is ahead, and they cannot take any material thing with them when they go. What does it matter if I have gained the whole world but lost my soul, my own soul? Prayer for the day. I pray that I will not come empty to the end of my life. I pray that I may so live that I will not be afraid to die. It kind of seems like a dark note to end on. But I think right now I need to focus on not being afraid to live, to rise above fear of living. That seems even darker, but that's where I am. And like I said, I feel like I'm waiting to exhale. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I know I'm doing the right thing, next right thing. I'm not feeling the joie de vivre, So I'll just keep coming back and keep aiming up and know that things will get better. Love y'all. Chin up, aim up, rise up.